How do, welcome. Had a good day in Grimsby yesterday, and today I am on the way to Barton Upon Humber. It's June, but judging by this, you would not expect, looking at the weather, that it's actually in June, but it is, I can assure you of that. So, today, on the way to Barton Upon Humber that I've never done before, and then for later this afternoon, I'm going to head to Hessel, which will be in a separate video, obviously, but Barton Upon Humber for this one, looking forward to it. And on the way, it would have been rude of me not to call in at Brigg, that I did probably about a year or so ago and absolutely loved, because there's a pub here that I absolutely adore, and I wanted to get in and show you. So, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, it opens at 11, so always helpful. So we're going to kick today off in Brigg with this one. It is the Hop Inn in Brigg, a micro pub and a bottle shop, and it's just phenomenal. When I came here, it's one that sort of stuck in my memory of being sort of a place that I always wanted to get back to. So while I was so close going to Barton Upon Humber today, I thought, why not spin into Brigg first, show you around the Hop Inn, and then we can crack on with Barton Upon Humber. So let's get in and show you, because it is an absolute banger. Sometimes I don't get enough time to go back to places that I really enjoyed the first time around, but I'm pleased, really pleased to be here. So they've won Camera Pub of the Season and things in here, and I said they know what they're doing, and that is, for a little tiny town to have something special as this in it is a real big thing. So Brigg is a lovely little town anyway, but there was nothing like this here. So the guys, they bought the bottle shop and stuff, that's where it started. It sort of then progressed into a tap room on this side, and I've just heard they're moving upstairs as well, extra seating coming. They now have street food vendors and stuff in the back garden to add a little bit of extra something to it. It's just a great little place. I mean, we take you for the tour. Start here with the beery goodness, because let's face it, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And they have got some good ones. I said I'm always big on having local beers, as you know. Atom, based in Hull, just around the corner. There's two of theirs on. I've actually got the Flow State that I'm very impressed with. What a fantastic, as you can see, they've had some Brennan's Irish Stout on here at some point. The king of the nitro stouts, and I won't hear any differently. Do not be Guinnessing me on this channel. I will not hear any different. That is the best nitro stout you will ever taste, is the Brennan's. Great little bit of merch, but what I've come down here especially to show you is the camera award for the pub of the season for summer of 2025. Great to see that the local camera branch have recognised the hard work and everything that goes on in here. And of course, the bit where it all started is the bottle shop out here, and there are some absolutely incredible breweries represented on here. So Brigg, not a million miles from Barton Upon Humber, is it? If you've never been here, I would highly suggest you rectify that very soon and get yourself down to the Hop Inn. That's one of those little bars that is just it's an absolute joy to visit. Can't say good things, enough good things about it. It's just such a good little place. So, and Brigg, lovely to be back in Brigg. It's a really good little town, this. So, on the way then, let's go Holly from the train station and crack on with Barton under Humber. And of course, by under Humber, I mean upon Humber. I've done that a lot. Barton Upon Humber. See you there. Barton Upon Humber, here we are. You can see pick Madam up from the train station. And Dan from Find Me in the Pub is joining us today. But we are here. First pub for Barton Upon Humber is the Sloop Inn. And I've heard very good things about the Sloop. It was one of the most tagged in pubs for the video today for here. Looks a little beaut. It's the furthest one down to the train station. It's just up there. It's the furthest one down before you get towards the Humber and go across to the other side. Let's go and see it. This is a beauty. A proper traditional little pub with 4 cask ales on. Lovely little rooms. They've got obviously do a good trade on their food, because they've got a big table in already. It's only just gone 12 o'clock. Got a big table in already, ready for food. And the menu looks pretty darn good. Yeah, 4 quality ales, including one from Timothy Taylor's. And a really well kept, lovely pub, fantastic landlord and staff. It's just an absolute gem to be kicking this off with. Right, Millie George, good one. Obviously Timmy Taylor's. I will always have to go with Timmy Taylor's if I see it. You know this, because just my guys. I absolutely love everything about what they do. It's one of the rooms, so little tiny, loads of stained glass all the way around. Little tiny rooms split into, I think it's split into like 4. As you go around the pub, but as you can see, big table already in that one, ready to dine. More stained glass. Another little room on this side, and a bit of a bigger one with some of the other keg beers and stuff on around this side. But the whole place has been very well cared for, very well decked out. Good selection of stuff also on the kegs, including Hawkson's Lager. Really good, really nice way to start. And as I said, they are plenty of things, whether you've got seniors, children's, vegetarian, they've got all your menus covered. Top pub, really, really top pub. Great atmosphere, great guys. Very, very pleased to start. Okay, right, so we're doing a bit of a higgledy-piggledy way. I did the sloop because it was right by the train station. Seems sensible, but what I want to do early is get in today's sponsors, because it looks an absolute little beauty. So we've come to the other side of the town bit. We'll do this side, then we'll head back towards where the train station was and get the rest of them ticked off. But next up, this. It's the Wheatsheaf. Done a lot of Wheatsheaves, and generally the Wheatsheaf tends to be a really good pub name and a real quality throughout. So real ales, great food and company. That sounds pretty darn good to me. Shoulder Sport by the looks of things. It's a very nice looking little pub sat here on a very busy junction. Let's go and see what it's all about. What a fabulous little pub. So it's actually Stonegate owned, but Rachel and Chris have had it for a little while now and are putting their own stamp on it. Seem to be doing really well. They're doing a really good food trade. The little dining space is really busy. The ales are really good. Timmy Taylor's landlord, obviously, you're never going to miss with that. If you keep it well, it's going to sell, and it does well. We've got Theakston's and stuff on the bar as well. But it's a beautiful little place with a lovely little extra bit in the garden that's worth showing you as well. So I will take you on the tour. Start you round on the ale front. So Farmer's Blonde, along with Timmy Taylor's landlord, and Theakston's at best as well as Theakston's Mild on. But it's a gorgeous little place. I'm gonna wander through this way. I told you the dining space is busy, so it is a very nice little bar space. Little tiny compact bar space. Good dining space already. I'm going to take you around and show you this bit outside before I forget to take you to it, because it was something a little bit different. Look at that. A nice little extra bit to the seating area. Nearly fell down a step then. Little extra seating bit out in the garden, which is a really good idea. Adds an extra dimension to it, doesn't it? So you've got the dining space in here, and we will head on around out to the other side of the pub and things as well. So we've got another little garden space on this side, a little dart area in here, dartboard, a little room with a screen and things in out here as well. And if we head on round to the other part, out this way, you'll see the extra part of the garden around on this side as well. Lovely in summer out here, I bet. Definitely an old pub. Tell these were probably an old stable block, probably an old coaching inn many moons ago. But a lovely, lovely little place. Right, straight across the road then. So this one is their sister pub, basically. It's also owned by Stonegate. They're obviously tenanted pubs, so not... People put their own stamp on a tenanted pub, so it might be a completely different vibe to this one, but the food in the Wheatsheaf looks absolutely incredible, by the way. So, straight across the road for the George Inn. Another big old pub. You can tell, kind of, these have been here, these are well over 100 and something years old, I'd say, these two, sat opposite each other. Would have been a little market town, a little through road, probably going over the river to the bridge and whatever to Hull. Little through town, little market town, so steeped in history, no doubt. Let's go and see the George. The entrance bit to it is actually round on the back. There's a little outdoor space to here. Here you don't actually enter from the road, you enter from this side. About a super pub, it's actually quite a large area in here, quite a big space, big bar in the middle, but loads of seating on every side of the pub. 2 cask ales on, actually gone for a mild for this one, even though there was a Timmy Taylor's on, but I thought I can't just continually drink Timmy Taylor's all day, can I? Better try something a little bit different. So Great Newsom's, it's a dark mild, and it's a good dark mild at that. So I'm going to take you around this one. So that one, Great Newsom, Holiness Dark. Timmy Taylor's bulk maker on as well. I told you, it's very nicely decked out again here. Lovely fireplace. Good look to the pool table up this end, and if you carry on going, it really does go all the way around. Can we get all the way around? We can't get all the way around from this side, or can we? We can get all the way around from this side, so we will get all the way around from this side and come into the other bar. I like it when you can just walk all the way around. It makes my life so much easier. A little doggy wall of fame, which is always nice to see. I love it when pubs are dog friendly. Listen, goes on and on all the way around. We've even got another bit coming down the bottom, look. Goes all the way down to that end as well. Absolutely huge place. Lovely dining space out here as well. Very impressive. If you walk out of the George, it doesn't have to walk very far, you'll pass Barton Corn Exchange, but that's a members only club, so there's no value if you try to do that because you won't be able to come and do it. But just in front is this little place called the Imaginarium. So it's got a lounge bar, casual dining, entertainment and all sorts on, and there are people sat in there just having a drink. So that, to me, suggests bar. If you can go in, you can have a drink without food. It counts, doesn't it? Let's go and do it. The Imaginarium will be the next stop. This is very, very plush. It's a lot bigger than it looks. Obviously, that tiny front door, you don't necessarily think it's going to be a very big place, but you come through, wander through some of the dining bit, and you get into this gorgeous place where the bar is, and you think, oh, you know what? Yeah, it is actually a bar and stuff as well you can come into. So it's definitely worth a look. So I'll show you around. Guys on the bar, 4 choices of keg stuff, plenty of spirits, and the whole place. Holly just described it as being quite bougie. Yeah. I would, bougie is something I would go with. This is very beautifully decked out and lovely, but you have to walk through all of this bit first in order to get out to that. So we kind of walked in and we were like, oh, where is there a bar? Where is the bar? I couldn't actually find it to start with. It's just confronted with all these gorgeous looking tables. But wandered through, found the bar. I'm glad we did, because it's very nice. Thought that was quite a sweet little stop off. Not one obviously that I knew about, because it's not really a pub, is it? But it's a bar. It's a very pleasant little bar at that. But it's a 50-yard wander again to get to this one. The Old Mill. And that, as a name for a pub, pretty self-explanatory. It's an old mill. And it's still got the tower and stuff behind it, look. So the Imaginarium is literally just on the other side of that building, just there. And you can wander down to this one. I think this might be a Marston's pub. Alright, let's find out when we get inside, which is what we're going to do now. As we know, I'm not Marston's biggest fan, and that's putting it mildly, isn't it? In fact, I actively don't like Marston's very often, but this as a boozer, yeah, I mean, being an old mill, it was always going to be a reasonably impressive building, wasn't it? And it is a very impressive building, so it's definitely worth me taking you on a full wander of this and showing exactly what it looks like all the way around. It looks absolutely lovely. Right here, a couple of cask ales, Hobgoblin and a Bombardier on. Marston's lineup for the rest of them. But you see what I mean by the beautiful original features and original beams and everything. So the pub, I think the chef told me, I think it was about 1991, they converted this into a pub, and it had been sat, certainly the mill part, had been sat derelict for a while. So jukebox up as well, but the place was sat derelict, which is a real shame, because a building that looks like this should never ever ever suffer that sort of fate. So fair play to Marston's, credit where credit is due for saving such a beautiful building. So this is the tower, the mill part you can see, and what they've got is a little loft space above up here that I'm going to take you they've had a pool table delivered apparently, and they are going to put the pool table up here to make better use of this space. But if we pan up to the top, that obviously they've blocked off some of it. Yeah, this little space, usually for functions and things at the moment, this little space will become a little pool room. So fair play to Marston's for making sure that this great building does not rot away and go to waste. See, I can be nice about Marston's. Credit where credit's due. Not far to wander around then to do the one at the bottom of town. Obviously we started at the sloop, which was at the other far end, so we're going to work our way back towards that. But the one farthest down the bottom end to do is this one. Volunteer Arms. And it's another one that's old, but the roof is slanted ever so slightly, so you can tell there is definitely an age on that. And that little window up the top, I wonder how long that has been and what the history behind that little window is, because it's all been blacked out or boarded up now. Definitely an old coaching in, as you can see by the double doors just there, which again puts an age on it of being well over 100 years old, I would say. It says Live Sports and Car Scales. Let's go and find out. No, it's a completely different style building to the old mill, obviously, but this one's been a pub a lot longer than that's been a pub for, so Marston's have obviously got hold of this one, and yeah, it's been kept in keeping with what you would expect an old coaching inn to be. So the bar is the pub is split into two sides, bar side and a lounge side. So we'll start it through here on the bar side. Cask at this one, sadly. But this, as you come in, old stone floor and stuff. This is the bar side. Pool table up to the back. So it's very pleasant. Everybody around here has been absolutely lovely so far today. Dartboard, pool table, and we'll head on in to the lounge bar side. I mean, you can tell, you know what a Marston's pub looks like, and the decor and stuff like that, you can tell. So the chaps up on the wall and stuff are all patrons of in here from yesteryear who went obviously to war, and certainly a lot of them lost their lives over there. So it's a nice fitting tribute to have that up on the wall and stuff in there. But we will head on out. So this is the rest of the lounge bar side. Head on out into the garden. So this, I'm showing you from them. Horses would have come through there. Stable block would have been here to the rear. And it's actually got a decent little space for the garden and everything out as well, with a screen out here for watching the sport, which is always good. So, chap we bumped into in the old mill said that we should have done Gatsby's, because it's also it's a bar and grill type place, but you can just go in for a beer. So again, while we're here, it's not that big a place, I might as well show you as much of it as we can. So we will indeed do Gatsby's bar and a grill. Obviously, great Gatsby themed style place with the writing and the look to it, but it is just 2 doors down from where the George is, so we could have done it while we're here. We've got to walk. We're walking back that way anyway now, because we're up to the other bits up there, back towards the slope. So we'll do Gatsby's. It's very swankily decked out, as I would expect something called Gatsby's to be. So it's got marble tables, things like that. It's nice looking shit. It's got a decent enough keg range. There's enough choice and stuff on there, and one of those AU vodka dispensing machines. So Holly spotted that straight away and was all over on top of wanting one of them. Decent enough little mix stuff. Peroni, yeah, and the AU vodkas. So she was straight in wanting one of them. It looks nice though. It does look nice. I definitely would say it's probably more of a restaurant than a bar. But hey, while we're here, it counts. 3-minute walk up from there, and it's one of these. The most recurring pub name in the country. And of course, you already knew that was going to be the Red Lion, didn't you? So, former hotel, Red Lion Hotel. Interesting paint job. That's an interesting colour to the bottom of it. So, I think this brings up like Red Lion number 300 or so of the crawl so far. So, I've done a lot of Red Lions. And now we're going to add one more to it. Again, a really nice, friendly. It's definitely a locals local. It's got a modern refit style to it. It's got a pool table, big screen, dartboards, bunch of friendly locals, decent enough prices, and just a nice atmosphere and a nice vibe in here. So it's nice to see what the locals pubs are in a lot of places that I go to. I need to wipe someone out then, because I just wander around. I always just wander around my arm out. So. But it's a locals. It's the most local pub of the ones we've done so far today. Very friendly bunch. Little keg range and stuff. Told you there's a pool table, 2 dartboards. There's one up there and one behind me. A massive great screen all ready for the football, which will be useful to them, I am sure. But yeah, nice atmosphere, nice vibe, a nice bunch of people in here again. No cask at this one. But we can't have everything, can we? So, good little boozer. And a very decent outdoor space. Look, big screen TV here as well, so you'll be able to enjoy the World Cup here in the garden. And a nice grassy bit to add to it as well. But it's taken us about 3 minutes to walk through this, so we're basically now back at the station where I picked Holly up from where we started. So we did the other side, we've been and done this bit. So there are 2 more here by the station before we can jump back on there to get across the water. So, next up, Charlie's. And it is sat on a complete residential street. It blends into the houses. If you weren't looking for it, you may not see it. Because it doesn't exactly stand out as a pub from in amongst the houses, does it, with the sign or anything like that? But trust me, it is there, and we've heard it's a really, really good pub. So I'm very much looking forward to going and seeing it. Been told that the landlady is absolutely wonderful and the pub is brilliant. Big open plan style pub. Not what I expected from the front. So, I said the front of it looks like a bit of a house, doesn't it? Like just blends in with the rest. But when you open the door and you come in, loads of space in it. It goes a long, long way back. We've got a decent beer garden space. A very lovely landlady, that is correct. And a decent, it's a keg only range, but a decent keg only range at that. So, yeah, it's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. It sort of blew my mind when I opened the door. I was like, oh, that's bigger than I thought. Hang on, what you've got on the bar on here. Decent set of bottles in the fridge as well. So no cask, as I said, this one, but yeah, they're the same on that side. But you see what I mean? This is a lot bigger than I had expected it to be when I opened that front door, because I did not expect to see all of this little space. We've got a games machine and some extra bits up here. You know, I said I like being surprised sometimes when I open a pub door, where you think, well, actually, it doesn't look exactly the same as every other pub in the world, and not exactly what I'd expect. It's even got an outdoor bench in here. Plenty of pictures of regulars and stuff up on the wall, which gives you an idea of the fact that it's obviously very well thought of as a local sort of one, and a group of locals in. But this is a particularly sad sign to see, and a poignant reminder of the times that we live in. That's of the 6th of April, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, close at 8 PM because they're just not busy enough. And that is just something that we need to really try and get people sort of hammer home, that if we do not use our pubs, we are going to continue to lose them. And they've got a decent little space out the back, out here as well, look. So, decent little area. It's a nice pub and a very lovely landlady. Back at the station itself then, so the final one for Barton is this. It's the White Swan, and obviously we can't show you the beauty of the building because it is covered in scaffolding currently. But we won't let that worry us, because like I said, you never judge a pub by its exterior regardless of what it looks like anyway. So the White Swan will be the final stop for Barton Upon Humber, and then we'll head across, which will be in a different video, over to Kessel. I mean, this is a really good way to finish off the Barton run. So it's a good beer guys pub, 5 cask ales on the bar, really good beer garden, really lovely landlady. It's just this is again a proper pub. So I feel that we did do a reasonably good way of doing this round, from the station back in the loop and round to it. So yeah, very pleased to be polishing this one off around here, and the ale is very, very good. I started here with the ales. I went with that Penny Arcade from Wensleydale. Very impressed by it. But there's a good little keg selection as well as the cask ales, and I've heard really good things about the beer garden in here, so I feel we should go and see the beer garden. So let's head on out. He's nodding away. He's nodding away. He was one of the ones that told me I've got to see the beer garden. Nodding away. Head on out. Well, that's away. So you go through this door and you get out into this little bit out here. Then you will see what a beauty this garden actually is. So White Swan won Scunthorpe District Camera Pub of the Year in 2018, and I can totally see why. The ales are fantastic. The vibe in the pub is brilliant, and the old stable blocks and stuff out here, absolutely wonderful. The Signet Micro Pub, you see, build a micro pub in your back garden, and you can never go wrong, can you? But they've obviously put an awful lot of effort into this place, and it does look phenomenal. This little fellow over here is called the Wizard, and they are doing more and more work out here as the day goes by. What a great little pub. What a fantastic little pub to have finished the day on. I'm really impressed by it. I've been very impressed by Barton Upon Humber in general, to be honest. It's a great little town. Done a few really good pubs in a short space of time. It's all pretty much walkable, so there's nothing to worry about from the station. Either direction, you ain't gonna be walking for far to get to them. Well worth coming to see. So, I'm off to Hessel. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want to see the Hessel video as well, it'll be up tomorrow.